Hi,
Hello. Hello, guys. Good afternoon.
good, good afternoon.
Hi, Ernesto. How are you?
Fine, fine. How are
Uh,
you there?
I'm very good. Very good. Thank you for coming.
Okay, okay.
Ale-
Finally, I didn't forget
yeah, it's
to
good.
be here.
hmm
Okay.
So, is this your first time with us, Ernesto?
Sure, because I missed the two conferences because at that time I didn't remind, and I I went to sleep at the time, and I forgot. I realized that I forgot the the appointment.
Okay. Well,
Oh,
it's good that you are this afternoon with us. Then, let's see, Alexander. Alexander, how are you? Oh, Alexander is having some problems. Let's call him again.
oh.
Ernesto, do you have maybe earphones that you can connect?
No, for the time being, I don't have I don't have here. But anyway, I I am on a good place. I have a good audio. I I can hear you without any difficulty.
Okay, good, good. Let's see, Alexander. Alexander, how are you?
Es una rubita que me quitó, ¿no?
Alexander?
No, ahí, yo
Alexander,
pensaba que era un grano.
can you hear me?
Mm, no,
Okay, let's check
okay.
Alexander's sound.
No.
Alexander, can you hear me?
Déjame ver.
Please type yes or no. Ernesto, you hear me well, right?
Sure, I'm listening.
Okay, let's try to help Alexander because it must be his computer, the problem.
Okay.
Okay, I hope he can fix it well. Alexander,
Hello?
yes, we hear you.
Hello? Are you hear me? Hello, please hear me?
Yes,
Okay. Okay, let's begin.
but can you hear me, Alexander?
Okay, let's begin.
Okay, can you hear me clearly, Alexander? I need you to listen to me. Ah, you don't hear me. Mm, okay, let's start again. Okay, Ernesto, we're gonna do the calling again to see if maybe that helps Alexander.
Okay.
Hello.
Yeah. Hello. Now I am listening to you. I hear
Okay.
you. No problem.
Good, good. Okay, can you hear me clearly?
Yeah, I am hearing you clearly.
Hi, good afternoon.
Okay, perfect. Good afternoon, Ernesto. Alexander, can you
Good
hear?
afternoon. I can hear you.
Okay, can
I
you?
can't hear you.
You can't. Oh my goodness. Ernesto, can you hear me? Mm, Alexander, can you hear Ernesto when he spoke?
Yeah,
Okay, okay.
yeah, I could
Teacher,
hear.
I had the audio disabled. Now I'm hearing.
Okay, okay. So now Alexander and
Okay.
Ernesto can hear me
Okay.
well. Yes?
Yeah, no problem. Yeah, no problem.
Okay, good. Ernesto, are we ready?
Yes, yes, of course. I am.
Okay, good, good. Let's do it then. Okay, my friends. So this is the first time for Ernesto to share with us. So welcome, Ernesto. We're glad to have you in this space. And for Alexander, I think this is your second or third time in the class, right?
Yeah, this is the third time. The third.
Good, good. Okay, so you know the dynamic. So we have a good audio is that we turn off our microphone while someone else is speaking. Okay, so when I am speaking, please turn off your microphone, and then when you are going to speak, for example, Ernesto, then Alexander and me, we turn off our microphones. Okay, so we can.
That's okay, teacher.
Good, great. So just to introduce you, Ernesto, these spaces of interaction, we're having it every Saturday, starting at 3:30, and we are going to have more or less 1 hour and 30 minutes. The idea of these meetings is for us to have interaction. You guys are advanced level, yes? So we want you to have interaction for your speaking skill. That's why we have these meetings. So we won't have a class like on grammar, on structure, or something like that, but we will mainly have discussion topics, and we will have exercises to speak, to help us speak and have the interaction that we don't have in the UNAT because it's online. So that's the purpose of these spaces, Ernesto. So what we want is just to have a time of speaking. That's why we call these spaces speaking encounters. I'm going to share with you a PowerPoint about the topic, with the topic for this afternoon. But first of all, I want to know, how was your week? We want to know how did you go, how was your time in your work, with your family. So I can tell you a little bit about my week to start. This week was very quiet. It wasn't that busy for me. I am now having more time to rest. I was doing a lot of work before. I work in a missionary organization, and I was working in the administration area, so I was doing a lot of work. Now I have some more free time to work in the university, to rest. So this was a very good week for me. I had a medical appointment because I have been very sick, uh, with a lot of coughing and kind of a cold. So they gave me an x-ray, but now I'm feeling much better. So that was a little bit about my week. I had time to prepare the class as well for these encounters, and I had a couple times with my friends to go out or just to play table games with them. So that was my week. I want to know about you. How about you, Alexander? How was your week? Alexander?
Good. Hello.
Yes. Tell
Hello.
us,
Well,
how was your week?
yeah. My week was quite chill. When For example, on Monday, one of my daughters have had an appointment, a medical appointment. I went with her, and the pediatrician saw her, and he did a checkup to her. Then I went to ask for the medications, and then I was having lunch. I was having breakfast, and I went to Neighbor Center to buy some items, different items. So maybe I went to the stationery to buy a notebook and some pencils. Then I was working. As you know, I work in a jewelry, and I was attending clients and helping to them to pick a jewel, or maybe they need to ask for a jewel in general. Then I was traveling from Neiva to Garzon because I have to do an important appointment here. Nothing special, maybe that's all.
Okay, good. So, do you live in Neiva or Garzon? Alex? Do you live in Neiva or in Garzon?
Okay, I live in Garzon, but I have to do a lot of things in Neiva in order to buy something, or maybe Neiva has different malls or shopping center, and sometimes it's really necessary to go to Neiva.
Okay, so is it near Neiva? How long is the trip from Garzon to Neiva?
Just 2 hours.
Okay, very short. Good. Thank you, Alex. Okay, Ernesto, tell us about you. How was your week? Ernesto, turn on your microphone. Ernesto, are you there? Okay. Seems he's having some troubles. Ernesto, can you hear me? Okay. Okay, Alex, can you hear me well? Alexander?
Yeah, of course, I am hearing you very well.
Okay.
Can you hear me, teacher?
Okay, he's back. Yes.
Can you hear?
Yes, Ernesto. Tell us, how was your week?
Well, first I'd like to make a quick introduction.
Yeah.
Well, my name is Ernesto Carvajal Caballero. I'm 48 years old. I am from Cuba. I'm currently living here in Buenaventura. I've been living here since 2005. So I've been living here for 11 years in Colombia, and it's been a good place, a nice place, where I made a lot of friends here in Colombia. Well, my week, it wasn't so bored. My week was active. Well, from Monday to Friday, I work at a center named Confamar Confandi. There, I made I am teacher there in the training section, and I work from every day from 8 to 12. In the afternoon, for the time being, I dedicate to study because I don't have any place to work. No, for example, my week was good. It was raining the whole time. One day, the other day, it was raining. Then I wake up. I usually wake up at 4 a.m. because I'm here at a mountain bikers club, and we usually get out in the morning at 15 minutes to 5 o'clock in the morning, and then we have to ride fast on our bikes to get in our homes at 7 o'clock. Then take a shower, get ready for work, dress, and going to the work. The city is a tiny city, Buenaventura, where you can be in the work in a half hour traveling by bus. Then um, uh, when I am to the work, I attend some students. I have some students. I'm on charge of them. We do several activities of in helping their learning process, and we have good time for a moment. And in other occasions, I don't, according to my schedule, I don't have to be with the students, but I have to be with meeting. I have to be with my boss in the meeting, analyzing about something about the enroll schedule, the budget, about the budget, and about the payment, the course payment, and analyzing those things. As in other cases, in the afternoon, I dedicate to do the homework of the university. Then I live with my wife. My wife, named Laurita. He She works at the express merchandise office here in Buenaventura. She has to be a lot of time inside the port, checking the merchandise. They used to her company used to import or export according to that, and she has to fix the schedule with the truck driver in order to transport that merchandise to several places inside the country. Well, she usually gets at home at 6. For example, the day before yesterday, I had to be with her because she was loading a truck at about 3 a.m. in the morning at the port, you know. And I usually go with her in order to come along with her to home, you know, and in order to be with her, in order to take care. Okay.
Okay. Wow,
Are
very
you?
good. Yes, we listen to
Okay.
you. Yeah, very good. Thank you, Ernesto. Th-
Okay.
that was very nice. Nice to meet you
You're
then.
welcome.
So you are from Cuba.
Yes, yes, I'm a Cuban.
Okay, good. Where in Cuba were you born?
Um, well, in Cuba, I used to work first. I as a technologist at a power plant. Then I started to work at an electrical workshop where we used to repair transformer, electrical motors, and generators.
Okay.
And then I was working at the end before getting here. I was working at with a cousin, with my cousin, his workshop. He's a jeweler. He's a jeweler. He does something related to jewelry,
Jewelry.
and I used to 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 work there, doing something like we in Spanish say as troquel or matrices for the for in order to design
Wow, very good.
pieces of jewelry. Okay.
Okay. But in which city were you born in Cuba?
In Cuba, in Havana.
Havana. Oh, nice. Okay. So, and Alexander, you have how many children do you have, Alexander? I know you have one daughter. Do you have more children, Alex? Alexander?
Hello, I have three daughters. The first daughter I have 12 years ago. With my first wife, now with my new wife, I have two daughters.
Okay, okay. And is your wife as well from Garzon, Alex? Or what?
Yeah, of course. I live with my wife and my two daughters here in Weston, and now my mother-in-law is helping us with our babies.
Okay, okay, good. And Ernesto, do you have children? Ernesto, do you have children? Ernesto, are you there?
Yes, sure. I have a daughter. She's 14 years old, but she's currently living in Havana,
Okay,
my home country.
okay,
Uh, the last time I saw her was 2 years and a half when I went on a trip to Cuba.
okay, good, very good. Okay, guys, so
Okay.
nice time to get to know each other. The idea of this group is that we will be able to get to know each other, not just a space to come and see the class and speak about the class, but the idea is that we are able to know each other, to know about each other's family, profession. So in the future, you have someone to practice with, to practice your English. Someone that speaks English from the university, not necessarily through the spaces of speaking encounters. Okay, so for this afternoon, we're gonna do an exercise. Last class, we were describing pictures, yes? I think Alexander was here and Luz Elena was participating as well. So the last week, we were describing pictures of people and activities. Today we are going to describe places as an exercise. This is an important thing when we are communicating, when we are teaching in normal life, daily life. I know you guys have a very good English level, so let's just have this exercise to speak a little bit, okay?
Okay, appreciate.
So to start, I want to share this quick video. It's about 5 minutes to 8 minutes, and it's about describing places, adjectives that you can use to describe places. So let's watch this video. I put it on the chat already. So let's watch this video, and I will call you again in 8 minutes. The video is 8 minutes long, okay?
Go ahead.
Okay, So you can watch the video, and I will call you again in 8 minutes. Okay?
Go ahead.
Okay.
Okay, good.
Altavoz. Ah, ya colgó.
Okay, Alex, can you hear me well?
Oh,
Yeah,
yes,
I
I'm
am
ready.
hearing you well. I am
Ernesto?
hearing you well.
Okay.
Good. Okay. Were you able to watch all the video?
Yeah, I was.
Yes.
Okay.
Sure.
Okay, good. So let's do this, guys. I want you to tell me, what do you see in these pictures? I'm gonna show you a slide with two different pictures, yes? And I want to ask each one of you, what do you see in the picture? Okay, so let's start.
Good.
Let's start with Alexander. Alexander, tell us,
Okay.
Good.
what can
All
you
right.
see in these two pictures?
Okay. Both of the pictures are different. One picture show maybe a big park and some people walking around. The other picture is showing us a big city. Maybe it's a modern city. It's like it's not an ancient city. It may be a contemporary city. The first picture, there is a park and one, two, three, or four people are walking around. There are, or there is grass and beautiful trees. On the second picture, I can see a contemporary city with huge buildings on or high buildings. It's a contemporary city, and well, it's a bustling city too, because maybe similar to New York or a very big city.
Okay, very good. Ernesto, what can you see in both pictures?
Well, teacher, I see in the first picture a large park with a lot of trees and a group, perhaps tourists, walking and meeting um, knowing the park and having a, or chatting with between them. In the second picture, as Alex said, it's a contemporary city where you can contemporary city, but it seems that it is a busy city too, a crowded city. I guess that according to the big buildings I see around the pictures, or I see around the city, no?
Mm-hmm.
And then you cannot tell that it's a picturesque city, or perhaps you can say that the city is a lovely city to all those person who likes the 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 crowded city, and the full of citizen, or urban environment.
Okay, very good. Okay, Alexander, tell me what kind of activities can you do in the first picture, in the picture in the park? What do you think? What kind of activities are possible to do?
Well, maybe I could practice biking or walking with family on the weekend, enjoy organizing a camping. We can walk around with your family, speaking a lot. We can relax. It's something special when you are living in a big city. You can rest a lot in a place like that, or in a place like this.
Yes, yes, very good. Okay, Ernesto, what do you think about the city?
Okay,
What kind of activities can you do in the big city that you see in the second picture?
the big city where there's a lot of activities that you can do there. Um, Having in mind that the big city is a city where social relationships are the main type of the activity between humans, or between the persons living there, where you can go to restaurant having a good time. You can go to the you can go to the movies. You can go to the mall centers, and and in different activities, shopping, or only enjoying with your family, or with your friends, or other people in conferences about some topics, some social topics. Group of for example, group of environmental topics. You can go to that photo, to that presence present, or to that meetings, to that kind of meeting. And in a big city also you can have relation, because it's, I guess that the people working there have a night life, a long night life, especially on Fridays. um, Although there you can have the happy hour time. The happy hour time is from the 6 o'clock and ahead in the evening. A short party when you can go to some with some friends at some cafeteria, or to some places to enjoy some music, to dance a little, and you can leave your home at about 10 p.m. or something like that, 11, or getting home at midnight. Um, in That's about the relation, the social relation in the place that you're working. But in another, we can see the academic life in the universities, where the students have their meetings, have their relationships as a young people, and they share different activities, dancing, listening music. Um, for example, going to some rides on the around the city, visiting museums, cultural life, visiting theaters where he can go to the concerts.
Mm-hmm.
But those activities are for people of all ages.
Mm-hmm. Yes. Wow, that's very good. Lot of things to
It's
do.
it's
Yeah.
a quite very like in the big city.
Yes. Yes. There are many things to do in big cities, and in the park as well. So I just want to tell you these pictures. These pictures are from the United States. So the city that you see is Atlanta, in the state of Georgia, and the park that you see here is in South Carolina, the state of South Carolina. It's a huge park, very historical. Okay, good description, guys. You guys are doing really good. Let's see the next couple pictures. Okay, let's start with Alexander. Alexander, tell us, what can you see in both pictures?
Both pictures. Well, in the first, are they the same?
No, these are different
Right.
pictures. Alexander?
Is this?
Yeah.
Okay. Hello? Hello?
Yes. Yes, we listen to you.
Well, it's not really clear for me the both picture, but in the first picture maybe it's a very modern construction. Maybe it's a high building with a lot of stairs and elevators. And in the second picture, it's a forest. I'm not sure, but maybe I can see a person near the trees. He's in the shadows, and I can see a small way in order to go to the mountains. Um, Repeating the first picture is a very modern construction, a high building, but I cannot see any person. Oh, good, thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Well, the first picture is a very modern construction. It's a modern building. It's contemporary. I cannot see people there. There are a lot of stairs and elevator. There is an elevator, and maybe there are stairs
Mm-hmm.
outside.
Okay.
So I cannot see, and it's a big ceiling over.
Uh-huh. And here is the forest. Okay.
Okay, and the forest, the forest.
Yes.
Oh, I was seeing a person, but there's no person. There are a lot of trees, and there is a way in order to go to the mountains. The trees are huge, and the trees are beautiful, green. Some trees, some trees are on the land. No more. It's a very it's a place not polluted.
Mm-hmm.
You can breathe very well over there.
Yes. Yes, that's true. Okay, very good. Okay, Ernesto, what do you think about these
Okay.
pictures? I will show you first this one, and when you're ready, you tell me, and I move to the next picture. Okay?
Not the whole idea to talk about the picture. Well, I see first when you said that the pictures away, I I was thinking to tell you that I saw a building under construction. No,
Okay. Uh-huh.
but I'm no, but I'm keeping in the same argument because you make a close up to the picture, and I see a building without uh, some painting, without some in a gray color, But well, I see the picture. Maybe it's a weekend. I see three or four offices with a light with the lights turned up, then turn on. Excuse me, I meant turn on, and a big building, perhaps more than 10 stories building, and I can imagine that the building has elevator and other means of transportation the persons inside the building. And I think of the building, I can think that this is some kind of corporate building where you can see the headquarters, my imagination, or the headquarters of the Intel brand, or of the Oracle song, perhaps that's a headquarter. But I don't think that the authorities in the United States have developed some programs regard the environment.
Yeah.
And the city is very nice pictures. Maybe in the forest of the forest that are in the mountains of the west part of the country. Maybe perhaps in the Yellowstone Park, or
Mm-hmm.
maybe I can imagine now another place. But this is a beautiful picture of the forest with some rocks in the soil, and a high trees. And this is I can imagine what I can guess. This is um, a little picture of what they're doing regarding the environment in the United States currently
Mm-hmm.
or nowadays.
Okay, good. That's good information, yes. This forest is in the United States as well. It's in the state of Georgia. It's near to Atlanta, a forest. It's a place where people go just to do camping or picnic. So they have huge
Mm,
forests near to the cities. They have a lot of green
mm,
areas for people to go out
mm,
and refresh, as Alexander
mm.
was saying before. Okay, good. Let's move on. Okay, Alexander, tell me what can you see in this picture?
Well, teacher Sebastian, in this picture, I can see a lot of books. There is a similar to a library, but this library is not tidy because some papers are on the floor and there are a lot of kind of books, maybe horror movies or maybe sorry horror novels books, and I think it's necessary to hire a person in order to organize that place. Some books are organized, but other books are disorganized. Some papers are on the floor. Of course, maybe it's a known office. It's a old office. No more.
Okay. Do you think, Alex, is this a public space, like an open place to anybody? Or do you think it's more private library? What can you see?
I can see maybe is more is something similar to a store, to storage, or something to keep books. maybe some books are not usable or something because it's similar to a store or a storage. I don't know how to say bodega or something like that.
Like a warehouse.
A warehouse, a warehouse.
Yeah, like this.
Okay,
Warehouse. Okay, good.
good.
Ernesto, what do you think about this place?
Well, this place. Well, I see a place built in wood. I thought that was a private library from a famous movie director, and of course, he has a very active intellectual life. According to the books I see, and informal, the informal way that the books are situated, it gives me idea of a very busy or quite busy person.
Yeah.
He's, he, perhaps the owner is involved in several intellectual activities. Uh, Perhaps he's the leading the making of the movie or the making of the theater work, or perhaps it could be a private library from an engineer or someone from the media industry, or someone of computer computing industry, computing sector. I see that according to the wood building, or according to the wood construction, could be on the rest place from this person who have a lot of work, and they almost have no time, and he doesn't depend on someone to get the boost in his place because he perhaps getting angry when he sees someone uh, around the place, getting the place in order. Most of the genius like to have a disorder and disaster. For a person of outer for a person out of this place, you see a quite disorder, but not so much disorder you can observe in the picture. But he has his sequential order, and perhaps he or she accommodates the books according to the sequential in the sequential moment he's involved. He or she is involved.
Okay, wow, very good. You're very good at analyzing places, Ernesto. Okay,
Okay.
very good. How about this place, Alexander? What do you think about this picture? What can you see? What is happening?
Oh. In this place, there are a lot of people walking. Sorry, they are not walking. They are talking. They are enjoying. So they are speaking about different things. It's a very modern place. You can see is they are sitting on comfortable chairs. They are sitting on armchairs, comfortable, very, very comfortable. There are some pictures around. The first picture on my left, there is maybe some map, and then the other picture, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, different picture, and I cannot see very clear. Well, maybe it's a very modern place in order to speak, in order to talk. I can see they are middle-aged people. It's very spacious over there. They can not only speak, they can hear the other person. And there is one person sleeping on the left. All the other people are talking, resting. Maybe they are just waiting for something, or maybe they are just waiting for somebody. Maybe it's a hall in order to wait for entering to a theater, or it's a VIP place when you are still waiting for going to see a movie, or maybe it's a VIP place, in order to rest, relax, or I'm not sure, it's something like that.
Okay, very good. Ernesto, what can you see in this picture? What is going on there?
Okay, give me 5 minutes. I have to do something. Okay.
Okay. He left, right? Yeah. Okay, I think Ernesto left. Okay, let's move on, Alexander.
Okay.
Ernesto, are you there?
Well, sure. Okay. According to the picture, well, we may guess that the three persons are in a lobby of a tiny hotel or something. They seem to wait for someone. I think, no? And meanwhile, they seem to be having a conversation between them. Uh, I see another person sitting on another set of furniture, uh, perhaps reading some books or waiting. And according to the place, uh, no, the image that I get is a tiny hotel, mezzanine or something, the place where you can wait for someone. And well, I can tell you more. The place is well designed, has a very designed, perhaps in wood. The furniture, of the furniture matched with the environment, with perhaps the wooden walls behind the persons talking. The free pictures, or the free pictures, they are hang in the wall, gives me an idea of a place. uh, I don't know, me an idea of some work of art. And well, the picture, they're having while they're in the meantime that they're waiting for someone, they're having some coffee or uh, some infusive beverage. And I can tell you, it seems that they're going to somewhere where the way of dress isn't demanding, or isn't demanding the way of dressing, because they're in jeans. Perhaps they're going to some stadium to see as I see, they're dressed in a sport in a sport way, with jeans, sandals, and the guy is dressed with a coat. We might suppose that the and the guy and the two women, no, two ladies, are dressed with coat. We might guess that the weather is some cold, um, according to the the clothes they are wearing.
Okay, very good. Yes, this room here, it's a VIP, as Alexander was saying. It's the waiting room for the people that are traveling through the airport of
Ah,
Panama. That's with Copa
Uh,
Airlines. So this is a VIP room.
Copa.
Yeah,
good,
very good
good.
observation.
Okay, good.
Okay,
Okay.
we have the
Thank you
last.
for the information.
Yeah, sure. We have the last two pictures. So let's see this one. Okay, maybe Ernesto knows this place. Okay,
Yes. No, this is the channel of entry, the entry channel to the Havana Harbor, or the Havana, yes, harbor. You can see, in front of the. This is a place that the bus stops. I see the chart in the bar, no, and in front of the picture, you can see a wall. This is a wall built by the Spanish when they started to to live in that part of the world. This place is called La Cabaña. They have a ceremony every day. They they use the ceremony of the canyon, of colonial canyon, where they shoot a salva. A salva shoot every day, every night at 9 p.m. This is a costume uh, from the Spanish, when the country was a colonial Spanish colonial. I don't see, I can see now. I remember.
Spanish colony.
And this is um, as a kind of act because the bay at those time, I'm talking about 1500, 1600, and 1700. They used to close the entry of the bay with a chain, a long chain from the three kings castle, Castillo de los Tres Reyes del Moro, uh, until the other side of the entry. There was the La Punta. La Punta was a fortress, a kind of fortress with some canyons, for eliminating for being defending the port from the pirates and the pirates attack. And then our in Havana, the history of the downtown city, the most ancient part of the city, is um, white t-shirt, white, um, white place. You can describe the place as an ancient, but as another word I forgot, the word we learned. But you can live a bohemian a bohemian life there. Walking around by the bay, seeing the sunset. Maybe for the young people, following each other while they walk around, and for the other groups of human families, a group of students, the the friends of the neighborhood, they used to walk around there, for a long Malacom wall, because we have a long Malacom, perhaps of 20 kilometers. You can see uh, while walking around the 20 kilometers, the people use this part of the city to jogging, to walk, to do exercises, to fish. For example, you can see people fishing there. Perhaps the man sitting there, he is fishing there with a nylon, with a nylon, with a nylon. Well, nylon, because you can fish in the inside the bay. In other times, in the 80s decades and 70s decades, the bay was too contaminated, and uh, bear you can barely eat and have a good fishing harvest there. Okay.
Okay, Ernesto. Very good. I mean, you were telling the
Mm.
story of Cuba. That's really good. I think we can do that maybe for one of the classes to hear a little bit from the story about the story of your place of birth. Very good.
Place. Yeah.
Okay, good.
Yes. Sure.
Now to finish, Alexander, I'm gonna ask you what kind of activities would you do if you live in this place, near to this place? What kind of activities
Wow.
would you do normally, every day?
Well, uh, in this place, in the picture place, or what?
Yes, yes, in the place of the picture and all the
Oh,
places
good. Okay.
that Ernesto was telling us.
Well, Ernesto, thank you very much for the information. It's a long information. I haven't known, like, uh, I didn't know something about that place because, of course, we are from Colombia, and according to you,
Yes.
it's a very ancient place. Maybe Cuba is one of the colony of the
Yes.
Spanish. Of course, I would walk. I would enjoy the climate. I would go sightseeing in a boat because I can see a boat in that place. Maybe it's a river or it's a port, and I would go to maybe listen to Cuba music on of course I know Cuba is a very musical country too, and I would go to see the nature. I would go to enjoy the climate, and I would go to maybe to know the islands, other places, and I would share a beautiful moment with my wife over there.
Mm.
Okay, very good. Okay, guys, thank you so much for sharing.
Alexander,
You both have a really good level of English, so I will try to bring some other topics for the next classes, deeper topics that we can speak about and discuss. Okay?
okay.
So that's
Mhm.
all for this afternoon. I hope you enjoyed the exercise. I guess Ernesto had a good time remembering Cuba and the port and the city and the old city.
Sure.
So thank you for sharing, and that's all for today, my
Okay.
friends. So I hope to see you next Saturday at 3:30 p.m. Okay?
Okay. Okay.
Okay,
I
teacher,
will.
please Please, I would like you to share us our mistakes, maybe in the chat, in order to improve our English. If you like, and if you could, if you can, teacher, I would like that.
Oh yeah, sure, sure. Normally, if I hear a mistake, I will write to
Thank
you
you, Alex.
in the chat. Or if I hear that you don't know a word,
Oh,
like warehouse
mm,
or shooting a canyon for Ernesto. So yeah, if I hear any mistake, I will normally write it here in the chat. So just keep an eye on the chat.
okay.
But yeah, sure, Alex.
Okay.
I'm doing that.
Okay, good. Thank you very much. See you next Saturday.
Sure. See you next
Okay.
Saturday.
Thank you, Alex. Thank you, teacher, for having this interesting part and conversation. And we are committing to keep follow and interchanging ideas. This is quite good for us.
Sure.
It's a real pleasure for me to know a person from Cuba. Thank you very much.
Thank you, teacher.
Okay. Thank you guys. Have a good day. Have a good weekend. God bless you.
Okay, have a nice weekend too,
The
teacher.
same to you, teacher. Thanks.
Bye bye.
Bye.
Bye.